Welcome to Rogue Media Network. You have a vision, and we can help you broadcast it. With over 150 podcasts distributed locally, nationally, and internationally, we pride ourselves in delivering high-quality professional content that's filled with humor, information, and entertainment. Are you an avid podcast listener? Discover relatable and reliable shows that cater to a plethora of tastes and interests. From enlightening discussions to lighthearted banter, there's something for everyone. And here's the best part. You can start your own show with Rogue Media Network. We specialize in providing a platform to amplify diverse voices and perspectives, making sure everyone gets a chance to be heard. So why wait? Tune into our podcast and explore a world of ideas and stories, or step up and let the world hear yours. Call us today at 254-300-7982. Visit us at roguemedianetwork.com or send us an email at hello@roguemedianetwork.com. Join the podcast revolution with Rogue Media Network today.
Who's ready for a good time? You can do better than that, Hollywood. Who's ready for a good time? Welcome to the stage, creator of Storytime Smash, Christine Blackburn.
There it is. Woo! All right. Woo! Now, is there going to be a stripper pole here? Welcome to Story Smash, the storytelling game show. I think we need some light on the stage. What do you say, Chris? Hey! Or we can dance. Okay, I'll do that. All right, nice to see it. Welcome to the show, you guys. Are you ready for some true stories? Oh my gosh, we have such an amazing show lined up for you guys. Now, let's introduce to you the Wheel of Stories. There are 12 permanent topics on the wheel, and there's an additional... Can you turn that? Yeah, there you go. 12 permanent topics on the wheel, with topics including like drunk tank, breaking up, hooking up, pandemic. And then there's also a space that says free. Contestant lands on free, they can choose any topic on the wheel to tell their story about. And then there's 3 spaces that say audience. And if the contestant lands on audience, then that's your opportunity to shout out your favorite story topics. And then our expert judges will choose one of them to be the contestant's storytelling topic. Are you on board? All right, you guys. Speaking of expert judges, let's get them on the stage right now. All right, you guys. The first judge coming to the show right now, he's a comedian and a writer. He wrote for At Midnight for the entire run. And he's also a broadcaster for the LA Derby Dolls. He's also a very funny person you'll find on Twitter. Please welcome the one and only Blanca Bell! All right, you guys, this next expert judge coming to the stage, she's played this game many times. She's a photographer and a comedian who's been featured on the Comedy Store documentary series, and she has her own special called The Whole Story right now on Amazon Prime. She's been featured in the Huffington Post, and she's even posed for Playboy. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Alicia Michaels! You guys, this final contestant, he's a writer who wrote on Modern Family for its entire 11-year run. Also the author of the book, He Started It, My Twitter War with Donald Trump. He's won 5 Emmy Awards and he'll never let us forget it. Please welcome Danny Zucker! Yeah! All right, you guys. Blanca Patch, could you tell the audience who this show is sponsored by tonight?
We're brought to you tonight in part by Jack Daniel's 2% milk. 98% milk. 2% Jack Daniels. Get your breakfast on with Jack Daniel's 2% milk. Christine?
You know, we are so excited to have Felicia Michaels back because it's been a couple of years, so thank you.
I know. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, tonight we've got 3 contestants that are booked on the show, and then we'll be pulling one more name from an audience member.
Ooh.
And then that person's going to play the game as well. And the audience member often does very well. Am I right?
You are. They also famously do terribly.
Well, it's not an easy game to play, that's for sure. Now, you guys are going to be judging on 3 things: the actual story, the ability to stay on the topic, and then, what's the other one?
Oh, that reminds me. I saw a really cool Corvette when I was coming over here.
Yeah, tell me.
It was like one of those wraps
Yeah.
where it's wrapped with a film, but it was like this blue chrome. It looked like an old Kenner SSP.
Cool, man. That's a good story. They're also going to have to watch the clock, and that's the most important thing. Chris in the back on the sound, what's going to happen if they go over their time? Yeah, you see that?
Bow, bow, now, now, now. It fucking kicks into some Billy Joel, man.
Yeah. Glass houses. So that's what's going to happen. So you guys, the contestants, you have to watch your own time. The first round is a 1-minute story. The second round is a 2-minute story.
Twice
and then,
as long, yeah.
the third round is a Blaine.
Killer round. Nobody leaves alive.
That's a 3-minute round. So we're very excited. We're going to get this show rolling. And did I forget anything, Danny?
Not that I can think of, no.
Yeah. I don't think so either. What they win, my friend, is my own famous chocolate chip cookies. That's a good prize, and you know it. You guys all know it.
If you get pulled over, flush them.
That's right. All right, you guys, coming up right now to tell a true story. The first person, no, I can't let this happen, right? The audience.
No, audience can't go first.
Yeah,
it's
we're
just
gonna,
too much.
Yeah, you want to get the crowd warmed up with some professional
That's right.
storytellers. This is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. Thanks for coming out to the
Yeah,
Improv in
that's
a
right.
pandemic
Thanks
of
for
World
coming
War III.
All right, you guys, this contestant coming out to the stage, you can hit it, Chris. He's got a brand new comedy special out right now called Disingenuous. He's also been to many, many comedy festivals, including the Montreal Just for Laughs, and you've seen him on Conan. Please welcome the very talented Nick Vatterott. Come on up, Nick. All right, you guys, let's tell Nick what to do.
Spin that wheel.
This has been brought to you by Lamps Minus. We don't have any lamps at Lamps Minus.
Hooking up.
Okay. Do I just go right into it?
Whenever you're ready, we'll start the clock.
Oh boy, I guess I'm ready. 1 minute. Okay, boy, that clock goes very slow. I have a lot of time. I was thinking the other day about how I was in. First time I ever did a comedy show, I was excited because I thought comics girls like them, and then so I met this girl and she's like, "I like you." I was like, "It's working," and then all of her friends were like, "You can't hook up with her." I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because that's just not how it works." And I was like, "Okay," and then one of their friends was like, "Don't worry, that guy's gay." And then all night, they let me hang out with her because they thought I was gay. And then I remember at the end of the night, I was at her house, and they all went upstairs, and they thought I was fine because they didn't think I was going to hook up with her. And then one of the guys came downstairs, and he saw me hooking up with her, and he yelled, "He's not gay!" And then they all ran down and kicked me out of the house.
All right, Nick Vatterott, 48 seconds. Ooh. He had a little extra time, but
I was thrown by the zeros. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, that happens, but I thought it was a great story. Go ahead, blank a patch.
I heard you were gay, though. Hey, that was a great story. It's kind of the opposite of what's happening in Texas. Sorry to get real, you guys.
Oh, man.
But it was great. It was off the cuff, and I love the way you took us on a journey in the beginning. What is time, really, when you think about it? Time's moving a little slower than I thought it was. Or is it faster? What's today? Is it Tuesday? I thought it was Tuesday for 3 days last week. Thanks, Nick. 15 points.
All right, we are not keeping any score tonight, but good to know.
I am. 15 points.
Danny Zucker.
Season 3, episode 4 of Three's Company. You ripped it off. Negative points. No, it's a great story. It had everything. It had a man pretending to be gay. I guess it just had that. But 47 points.
Felicia Michaels.
Were you wearing that shirt when you were accused of being gay? Is my question. No, it's a great story and short and simple, man. 106,000 points.
All right, that's a lot of points. Nick Vatterott, let him hear it.
Thanks,
Nick
Nick.
Vatterott, that was a great story. That was a great story. All right, you guys, coming up right now to tell another true 1-minute story. It's a short story. All right, you guys, this contestant, she is an international headlining comedian. Her credits include SiriusXM, Comedy Central's Drunk History, Comics Watching Comics on Amazon, and most recently, $1 million listing on Bravo. Please welcome Jennifer Gable. All right, you guys, let's tell her what to do.
Spin that wheel.
That was a
Wow,
nice
it really
spin.
does spin. I barely touched it. All right. Oh, breakup. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Oh fuck yeah. This story. So my most recent breakup was during the pandemic. I was seeing this guy and he couldn't handle his shit. The pandemic happened. He lost his mind. I was like, wow, okay. I guess he hadn't been through anything in life and couldn't handle what was happening. Anyway, I just decided to break up with him. It was too much. So I decided to break up with him again. So I'm the one who left. I left some stuff. We were living together. I was living with him right off the Newport Beach. Very nice. But I left my stuff there, and I wanted to go back and get it. And he was such a jerk because I broke up with him. He wouldn't allow me to go get my things. He decided to get real aggressive and file a restraining order on me, so I couldn't go and get my things. But I tricked him. I had the cops come to his house and knock on his door and try to talk to him, and I don't think he liked that. But I ended up getting some of my stuff back, so that was a good thing that happened. Dating on Bumble, I don't know. Okay, thank you.
All right, look at that. Right on 1 minute. A great story. Danny Zucker.
So he broke up with you. Maybe I didn't get that right. You were very defensive about who broke up with who. You said it, I think, 50 times. So so I admire that. Good for you. You go, girl. Are we saying you go, girl? Okay, you go, girl. That was great. 90 points.
Clean record, no record.
Felicia Michaels.
I have so much empathy because I too broke up with a gentleman during the pandemic. I got together with an old boyfriend, and I've always been into older men, and then I flew to New York to be with him, right? And then it was about to happen, and he went to put on music, and I was like, I can't fuck to Fleetwood Mac anymore, right? Anyway, 3 points.
Blankapatch.
I heard Nick was gay. You know who you should get who can really handle their shit is a dog walker. Just bags and bags of it. That's my advice. 80 gajillion points to make up for the apparently random point system we have now.
Felicia Michaels, let her hear it. Felicia Michaels, all right.
Well, that wasn't Felicia Michaels.
Oh, that's what Jesus Christ. Jennifer Gable.
Glitch in the
Jennifer
Matrix.
Gable.
Glitch in the Matrix.
I thought I asked her projected for a second. I don't know.
I mean, we can always cheer for Felicia. Just
Yeah, we can always cheer for Felicia. Why not? Okay, just turn it down a little bit. All right, thanks, Chris.
Just a little.
Yeah, there
Now
we go.
turn it back up a little bit.
All right, you guys. Well, guess what? It is time for the audience member. So let's get the bucket up here. Jim Coughlin,
Get the
go ahead and
bucket.
hand it to Danny Zucker. Danny's going to call out this contestant. I got to
The
tell
Zucker
you,
bucket.
be very nice to this person because this is not easy. Please, no throwing anything. You heard me.
Okay, so it's just one name.
It should be one name.
Oh, that's all it should be.
Oh, you mean they don't have a last name?
No last name.
Well, let's do the one name.
I love it.
Please say Adele. Please say Adele.
Cher. No. Bradley.
Bradley! Oh, there he is, you
Oh,
guys.
there he is.
Bradley's coming up.
Polishing off his Merlot.
Pounding that wine.
Come on over, right over here to the wheel. And you guys, let's tell Bradley what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Oh. All the way around. Okay, Bradley. Oh, wow. See, this is tough. Now, Bradley's landed on audience. So, this is tough. So let's hear some suggestions from you guys. Maybe even a few from Bradley's friends.
No, we just met him.
What would you like to hear?
We just sat next to him.
No, a new one. Not these topics, a new topic. Yeah, get personal. Sports. What else? First date.
Porn.
Pornography.
Jinx.
Fast food. High school yearbook.
I don't know. What do you guys?
Quantum physics.
So, am I supposed to pick out of these?
No, you don't even get to
I think
talk
it should
right
be
now.
about porn.
About porn?
Pornography.
Yeah. He probably knows something.
Disney porn.
Disney porn.
Disney porn.
Okay.
We'll get sued into the fucking Stone Age if we do that.
Hey, listen.
Talk about the Beatles and McDonald's.
Bradley, you can talk about Disney or porn. If you add them together, you're going right to the third round. Go. No, I'm kidding. Whenever you're ready.
Well, the devil on my left shoulder is saying Disney.
Going on. So the story, it just has to be about porn and or Disney?
Sure.
Whichever you like, one or the other.
Whatever you like.
Chef's choice.
You know what? Pick your own topic.
Okay, so I grew up acting, and the first TV show I ever did, I was on a Disney Channel show. It was this is a true story. It was called Good Luck Charlie, and yeah, Modern Family was a lot better than ours, but so on at the same time Sunday nights. But thank you. So anyway, people out there have a big fetish for Disney, and they would often make Good Luck Charlie porn. That was sometimes called Good Time Charlie. And the most common story was my character, who's the younger brother on the show, having sex with his mother. The show is very popular in like Alabama and places like that. And so there was pornography growing up at 13 years old. Mom on the show was very attractive, and that was my favorite porn to watch when I was a kid. So.
Wow, that was a great story. Look at this, 56 seconds. Wow. That was amazing, Bradley. That
Jesus
was
Christ.
Just great. Felicia Michaels.
56 seconds. That's almost as long as you lasted during that porn show. That's impressive, though. 56 seconds. I thought, wow, fast on your feet. Good for you, buddy. Yeah, like 112 points.
All right, blanket batch.
I thought that was great. Right out of the gate, you had a thing that connected Disney and porn in a very, very personal way. I'm glad that none of these other fucking assholes got picked. It was a lightning strike for you to get selected for this audience tonight, Bradley. I'm going to give 2 points. I'm kidding. That's bit points. It's worth a lot more somewhere.
I mean, look, this is a classic example of don't judge somebody right away. Because I've never seen anything good said by anyone wearing a really thin silver chain. Ever. And maybe it's because I grew up in New Jersey and there's a negative association. So I thought, oh boy, this guy. And then you came out. You were a fucking alchemist. You took these two disparate things and made it personal. And I'm like, if I could still get erections, I would be rock hard right now. Well done. That was out of the park, my friend.
Bradley, let him hear it, you guys. Bradley, come on over here. And his silver chain. All right, you guys, there's one more contestant's name right here in my hand. And I got to tell you, this is the last minute of the first round. So this is the last story of the first round, so let's give this guy a lot of applause. He is a former ugly baby turned sexy stand-up comedian. He co-produces a show Sunday night at the Ha Ha Club Comedy Show, and he also hosts his own show, The Ugly Baby Comedy Hour, every Tuesday at the North End in Hollywood. Please welcome the very talented Shay Freeman. Show! Shay! All right, you guys, let's tell Shay what to do.
Spin that wheel. It's been brought to you by car alarms, letting you know a motorcycle went by.
Oh my gosh, he landed on audience. Okay. Look at that. Here we go again. So let's get a suggestion from over at the bar. Who wants to hear a certain story?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady?
That's not the bar. Is it a ventriloquist over here?
What do you guys want to hear? Family? Sunburn. That's cute. Fetish. I like that too. What? Math? Math? What do you guys want to hear? Second date. What do you guys want to hear? Nickelodeon porn.
Hysterical.
What do you guys think, Danny?
I like fetish. You got a fetish story?
You know, I'm not very kinky. I got to be honest with you. I'm a vanilla, lay on my back kind of guy. So,
how about second date?
I do. Believe it or not,
Okay,
I've had
let's do
second
that.
dates. Yeah.
All right.
Your second date story. You never hear that.
Yeah.
All right, whenever you're ready, take your time.
Yeah. So I did. I had a second date. I met this woman last summer at this bar. The first date was kind of cool. It was just like some drinks, and then the second date, she like opened up to me a little bit. But it was weird because she said that she's like, I've dated somebody like you before. Like he was in a wheelchair. And I was like, that is not at all what I mean, I could walk around like, you know. But it was weird because I went to Texas a week later and she met a friend of mine who happens to be in a wheelchair. And she was so like excited to tell him like, hey, I met a guy who's just like you. He's disabled. He had this really bad disfigurement. And the worst part about it was she said he hired me to be his comedy manager and to write jokes for him. And yeah, the most offensive part was like, bitch, I write these jokes myself. I don't know what you're talking about. Is that... Wait, did you start the...
No. Oh, what happened? What did...
I'm done, though. That's the end of that.
That was a perfect minute.
Perfect minute. Perfect minute. Shay Freeman, let him hear it. Blank a patch.
That was fantastic. I want to hear about the third date.
We didn't go that far.
Well, then I've heard about it. 500 points. That was great.
There are no points in this game.
No, then 500 points.
Felicia Michaels.
Sounds like that chick had a fetish, is all I'm saying. No, I thought that you were quick on your feet with that story, and I thought that was very solid, and I would like you to do your ha-ha show. Anyway,
Who books that?
Anyway, excellent job. 5 points.
Danny Zucker.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong. You know, I liked everything about that story. I mean, I think anybody who is with me has a fetish, clearly. So I appreciate it. You're a funny guy. That was like, it had a beginning, it had a middle, it had an end, it had love, it had sex, it had disability, it was diverse. I just assumed she was black. 9 million points.
Shay Freeman, let him hear it. Shay Freeman. All right. All 4 of the names now go back into the Story Smash Can of Truth. And, okay, now there's going to be 5, though. We'll figure it out. All right, so all the names are back in here. The second round is coming up. It's double the fun, 2 minutes long. Before we get going, give a big round of applause for Chris in the back. Thank you, Chris. Yeah. And Jenny at the bar. Jenny working hard for you. And Jim Coughlin was sort of helping me, but then he broke my clock. So, fuck him.
Boo.
All right, you guys.
Let's hear it for Lewis, who's coming in next week for the bi-monthly toilet cleaning here at the Improv.
Yeah, all right, you guys, coming up right now for a true 2-minute story. I'm so excited. Look at this. It's our audience member, Bradley. Come on up, Bradley. Come on back. Woo! Here he comes. Come on, Bradley.
Expectations are high. Oh, he's taking it off.
Oh, no. Don't take it off. Come on,
no.
man.
Taking
All right,
off the
you guys,
chains.
Tell him what to do.
Spin
that
wheel. This has been brought to you by Ape Shit. When you gotta go something, go Ape Shit. From the makers of Jump in a Lake and Fuck Yourself.
Break up. Did he already have that?
No.
Oh, no.
He had Disney porn.
I'm sorry.
How could you forget Disney porn?
Such an
I
idiot.
can't believe you're dumping me on my birthday.
Lisa. Are you ready?
My current girlfriend's here, though. Can I get another cat?
This is
Can we
your
put her in the
problem.
soundproof booth in the back?
I can think of no better time to break up with her.
Here's the story. Sorry. We're done. Okay. All right. Sure.
Go ahead.
Are you gonna...
No, you go.
Oh, it's on me. Oh, God. Okay, so I recently went through a breakup during the pandemic as well. I feel like that's the story for everybody. Break up with a girl. It was fine. Felt fine. Everything ended pretty normally. Turns out she hates me. Not sure what I did. Normal breakup, whatever. Then I had to go to dinner. I meet my current girlfriend right over there. Right? We start dating for a while. Yeah, Carly. Yeah, exactly. So we start dating for a while. And my ex-girlfriend calls me while I'm in the car with her. And I ignore the phone call, as one would. She calls me again. She's like, just answer it. Tell her that you're dating somebody new. You moved on. It's no big deal. So I'm like, yeah, that's never how this goes, but sure. So I answer the phone. I'm like, hey, what's going on? She was like, do you have something to tell me? I was like, I really don't. We broke up, so I don't know why I would have to tell you this at all. Somehow she found out that I was dating somebody new. And she starts crying on the phone. She's like, I just feel like we're breaking up all over again. I'm like, totally not what's happening at all. She tells me to go fuck myself and have a good life. I was like, that's great, thank you. And so hung up the phone, move on. Next night, I go to dinner with my current girlfriend, right? We go sit down in a booth. She walks away. She had to go pee, whatever. And she walks away.
Good
As
detail.
I'm sitting there, yeah, it's just so you know. Small bladder. So as I'm sitting there, I look around. My ex-girlfriend and her whole family are sitting in the booth across from us, waving at me. So I walk up. She was with her roommate. Her roommate goes, "It's so good to see you." I'm an idiot, and I go, "Is it really?" And so that's my story.
All right, Bradley. Look at that. Right on 2 minutes and 1 second. Great story, Danny Zucker.
You like it's a high wire act. Like, you don't make it look easy. You came up here and yeah, it is actually. It was like, no, it's probably not. But it's
struggle.
Still, it looks hard. Well, you got into it so tentatively, and then you actually did have a beat. Can I just tell a quick story? Because
I want you to.
Of something that happened. I don't have a joke to this, but I had the opposite experience. Like 2 days ago, my son, his band, was playing at El Cid.
The Beatles.
Yeah, the Beatles. And my ex, 73 years ago, she's like, hey, I'm going to go see him, but I'm bringing my boyfriend. Would that be a problem for you? Like, no, it's fine. It's like, and you can bring your girlfriend, my girlfriend's here as well. And it's like, we get there, and it's weird. Yeah. Like, we have our girl, for my son's thing, and then my ex-wife's boyfriend's ex-wife also shows up with their kid.
Modern family.
It was so fucking weird, and it was all so nice, and it was like it was Gwyneth Paltrow but less obnoxious. Although my wife does sell vagina-scented candles, so sure. I don't know. I don't know why I'm telling that story, but it was evocative.
I don't know either.
Yeah, 10,000 points.
That was a great story, Bradley. Let him hear it. All right, Bradley. All right, you can take a seat now.
Wait, no,
we didn't? Oh, my God.
I literally took all that time.
Yeah, I didn't know what was happening. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
God we heard that, so that's good.
Blank a
You're dead to me, Bradley.
I like the guy that yelled upgrade. That was very nice. It's a nice human moment. Huh? What was that? It was you? Okay, that was great. Yeah, it's all over the room, you guys. The acoustics in here. Everybody in here has a story about breaking up with somebody over the pandemic. I came through it with my wife of 16 years, stronger than ever. But you know what? I'm inspired to go home and break up tonight. I'm going to go home. I'm going to leave my wife. I'm going to hook up with my Twitter crush. I'm going to ruin everything. Thank you very much, Bradley, for helping me break up with my wife of 16 years.
Felicia Michaels.
Well, I thought that was a very good story. The one negative is you never talk about your girlfriend's small bladder. I mean, fucking rude. You know what I mean? But in other words, a really great story.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Bradley. What were you going to say, Danny?
No, nothing. I had nothing to add.
All right, nothing to add.
Send.
right, you guys, coming up right now to tell a true 2-minute story is Jennifer Gable. Jennifer, come on up.
Can we just pause? I think his girlfriend has to pee. His girlfriend has to pee. Can we just... We're just going to take 5 real quick.
Tell Jennifer what to do.
Spin that wheel. It's been brought to you by Time Machine. Nothing kills baby Hitler like a time machine. And now in Lady Time Machine. Why should guys have all the fun?
Hooking up.
Hooking up.
Wait,
All
did
right.
you have this before?
No.
Okay, sorry.
I had
Hooking
something
up.
similar. I had what's similar, right? Breakup. Yeah. So you mentioned Texas. I'm just going to talk about. I'm going to be a little political. For this one. So hooking up. Ladies, this is a PSA. This happened to me. This is all true. This is my life. So. This guy decided to come inside me without, we didn't really discuss it, but he figured since I was getting older and there's no way I would ever have a kid with him. But here's the thing. So I was freaking out. We weren't sure. I mean, it's, I have had to do this a couple of times. My favorite gender reveal party is when I take the Plan B pill, right? So I had to I'm like, where do I get this Plan B pill? And my girlfriend told me to go to Kaiser Permanente, because it's the cheapest, so it won't be Permanente. So that's what I do now, ladies. Go to Kaiser. Yeah, you just go there. It's like $30. Took the pill. Didn't have kids, thank God. Yeah, whoo. So I mean, this is I'm sitting, politically with the whole abortion thing, I'm sitting on the fence about it, right? I am literally sitting on. Okay, but yeah, no. Go to Kaiser Permanente. I have 5 seconds left. 50 seconds left. Really? Oh wow. Okay. I mean, all right. Hooking up. I'm just gonna. No, I'm not with him anymore. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? No, but I am. This is what. See, I'm bisexual though. I should date. I date men because I like security and money, so I date them more. But I am bisexual, and one thing about hooking up with a woman, you don't have to worry about getting pregnant. So that's really nice. That's nice when that happens. People like don't think I'm telling the truth when I say they think I'm doing it for attention or that I'm really gay or I'm confused. And I'm like, no, I'm really horny. That's all it is. I'm a Scorpio. I was born like this. Can't help it. All right, that's my time. Thanks, guys.
All right, that was a great time. Blank a patch.
Hey, I heard Nick was gay. Security, dated man for security, something about Paul Blart. I wrote that down. I don't know why. Took the mic out for the physical shtick. That was nice. People don't usually take the mic out here at this show. It was noticeable. But I have a question having to do with sex. Come inside me. Is that like a vampire invitation thing? Is that... All right, we'll be right back with Charlie Pride and the Hudson Brothers when we come back. More Story Smash.
Felicia Michaels.
I so fucking dig you because I love your jacket and but the story, I gotta be honest, was a little scattershot. Probably like when the guy came inside you and she started it. Danny says don't apologize, but I like that you kept with it and good for you and you did some jokes. I love that. All right, there you go.
All right, Danny Zucker.
All these losers who tell stories, they think they got to have this beginning, middle, and end. They think it's got to build to something. Maybe take a turn. Maybe and then when it's over, it's like, oh, it's over too fast. But it doesn't feel like they're just vamping and stretching, and you just threw convention to the wind. Your story came inside you, and then you had Plan B. And then you had like a minute and a half left. And it was like, I don't know. To me, that's fucking jazz. That's what jazz is about.
And jizz.
And jizz. So fuck.
It's the jokes you're not telling,
God
man.
damn it. Felicia. She had the better joke. Okay. I don't know. 12 million points?
Jennifer Gable. Let her hear it. Jennifer Gable. Wow. All right, you guys. A couple more names in the bucket. There shouldn't be 3 names in here, you guys.
No, because I also put the microphone
Oh, I see. Okay, here we go. We're shaking. Coming up right
It's
now
like
for
that Dune
true
thing where you put your hand in it.
2-minute story is
Nerd.
Nick Vatterott. Nick Vatterott, come on up, brother. All right, you guys, let's tell Nick what to do.
Spin that
Wheel.
It's been brought to you by Delray's Manscaping. We're going to get in there at Delray's.
School days.
School days. Okay, I mean, my school days. I think of college. I guess I think of that's a school, and I think that's where the good stories are. Because the third grade is like, I found out what crayons are. It's not a good story. I think in college, I think of all the stories in college. My favorite one time was that we, on Halloween, everyone's always trying to outdo each other. And I had nothing this one year. Absolutely nothing. And I'm at work, and I'm waiting tables, and this jerk walks by me. He goes, "Hey, watch out! You're in the way!" And I was like, "I'm in the way." And I was like, and I went down into the basement of the restaurant, and I got this giant refrigerator box, and I went home, and I taped it to my back, and so the entire night I wore this giant refrigerator box on my back, and I was in the way. That's what my costume was. And so it was the most fun costume I've ever had in my life, because everywhere we would go, we'd be in this party, and it would be packed, and they'd be like, "Dude, you know you're in the way?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I do. I'm glad you know that I am." And it was fun. You would walk down the street, and cars couldn't get by because I was in the way. And the best part of the night was we went to this one party, and this fight broke out. We got there as the fight was breaking out. There was a circle. There's two meathead dudes. And I went over, and so they're fighting like this, and I'm kind of inching my way. The guy's like, "Hey, man, what's going on? What's going on with you?" And my refrigerator box is getting between the two of them. And they both turned, and they were like, "You're in the way." And everyone's like, "Yeah!" Everybody cheered. It was the best.
Wow, Nick Vatterott. What a great story. Right on 2 minutes.
Holy shit.
Great story. Danny Zucker.
So your first story was, "I'm not gay." And then your second story is going all out for Halloween. No, I'm just saying. No, it's cool, man. I have gay children. I'm fine with it. The thing is this. That was an amazing story. That was amazing. Much like Bradley, I did not know you were going to land that plane. I really did not. And you landed that thing confidently and brilliantly. Just being in the way is such a funny idea. And then to top it at the end, fuck, dude, that was good.
Yeah, that was a good story. Felicia Michaels.
Wow, when you told that story, I super visualized you going down to the basement, dragging that big-ass box up. How did you even tape it on you? Did you have duct tape? And, how did you get it on you?
I can't remember. I had some sort of straps that I
wow. Yeah, I think that it took you a while to get to the story, but once you got to the story, you fucking, landed it for sure, like Danny said. Great story.
All right, Blanca Patch.
I like that you used your refrigerator box powers for good. You went out into the community and you stopped some crimes. You stopped two people from fighting. You made people smile. You made people laugh. You could have gone with an easier costume like one of the guys from Oasis. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be right back with Joe Namath and Pink Lady and Jeff right after this.
Nick Vatterott. Let him hear it. Nick Vatterott. Great story. Man, oh man, that was funny. All right, you guys, coming up right now, this is the final contestant for the 2-minute round, and you know it. It's Shay Freeman. All right, Shay, come on up. All right, you guys, let's tell Shay what to do.
Spin that wheel. This has been brought to you by Toilets. A hole in your house you could shit in. Toilets.
The pandemic, everyone's favorite topic. All right. Okay. Oh, we're going to get it this time? All right. And go. So, we all know what happened. I don't know what happened with all of you guys, but like I actually started comedy a month and a half before the pandemic started, and I was thinking like, here, this is going to be great. We're going to start going to comedy clubs and stuff, and then it just shut down, and I didn't do anything, so I needed to like do something with my time. I treated the pandemic like jail. I did push-ups and sit-ups in my room for months, and then like I started to get like jacked. Like I started working out, like lifting weights and stuff, and because like the world was falling apart all around me, and the news kept saying, "You're gonna die, you're gonna die." So I was like, "Well, if I'm gonna die, I want to make sure my abs look good before they cut me open." You know, I want them to be like, "How did he get that V down there? Like, what was?" He's dead now, but you know, but the pandemic was. I got nothing done. I got to be honest. I wrote a Christmas story about a revengeful Santa Claus that nobody read, and I was very disappointed with that. Because it was like everyone said you're probably more creative. You're probably doing all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, I wrote 10 chapters of this story, and you guys should read it. And nobody read it, and so all right, that's cool. My roommate and I had a great relationship leading up to the pandemic, but like once it started, I treated him like how my dog treats me when I come home. Because he'd be gone at work like all day, and I'd be like, "Hey, I got so much I got to tell you, man. Like I've just been watching the TV, and have you heard like Trump's doing this and he's doing that? Oh boy, I can't wait to tell you about all this." And like he would throw me like a little edible and just get me to be quiet and sit on the couch and rub my belly, and that was how things went for about a year. And now I'm doing this. That's my time.
All right, Shay Freeman, 152, great time. Felicia Michaels.
Well, I feel conflicted about your story because I think you probably played a lot of fucking video games during the pandemic. You didn't play any video games? You're not a gamer? What? Oh my God, I had to witness my children who are 19 and 20 play video games constantly, and I'm so fucking sick of video games and hearing, bro, the window! You know, while I'm in my bedroom yelling, how am I supposed to masturbate with this racket going on? So I want to believe your story. I don't necessarily do believe your story, but you did stick to your time proficiently, so I'm going to say 1,000 points.
All right, Blanca Batch.
Voice of an angel, by the way.
Thank you.
I also treated the pandemic like being in prison. On the first day, I walked up to the biggest, meanest guy in my house and just started crying for a couple of years. So thank you for taking me back to that hole in my soul that I've been living in like a little web, like a trapdoor spider. Sorry, I'm just getting a text from my wife. I got to leave right after the show.
Danny Zucker.
I mean, Shay, look, I love you, man, and I loved all the little parts. I wish that had weaved into more of a story, but the individual parts were really funny. I like I like the whole notion of you being the dog. I don't think you got enough love in personally about that. The idea that you were wearing out your dog. But, you know, the audience is right, so it must have sucked. But I wrote 3 pilots during the pandemic, none of which were made, or even barely read. So it was sort of a sad story for me, too. Relatable. I found it relatable. Yeah. But then again, I have a lot of Emmys. It's not important how many I have. I have 5. And the fact that I also have a Golden Globe doesn't even enter into any of this. Or a Peabody. Anyway, what were we talking about? 1,000,000 points.
All right, Shay Freeman, let him hear it. Shay Freeman. That was a great story. All right, you guys. Now, this is when you guys have the very difficult task of choosing 2 names to go back into the Story Smash Can of Truth. And then those 2 people are going to go on for the 3rd and final round and tell a true 3-minute story, which is very exciting. So for right now, listen to me. Let's put a minute on the clock. Okay, I will. I'll put that minute on the clock. Here we go. First of all, this show that you're watching right now, you can go home, tell your family and your friends that you saw this great show called Story Smash, and it's going to be up on the Storyworthy podcast in about 2 weeks. Storyworthy, that's the podcast I have. I've been doing it for almost 12 years, you guys. Storyworthy will be 12 in July, and I have made hundreds of dollars. You guys, we're going to be right back here next month, March 26th at 7:30 p.m. right here at the Improv. Lindsay at the box office, she'll sell you a ticket right now. On your way out, buy a ticket for next month here at the Improv. And let's give another round of applause to Chris in the back. Yay, Chris! Jenny at the bar. Thank you, Jenny. Lindsay at the box office. Jim Coughlin right here. After this fine show, we'll be in the bar next door. Come on over, say hello, chat it up. I've also got stickers and bookmarks. I know nobody reads anymore, but I have bookmarks. And I'll give you one. And a postcard and a sticker, all kinds of swag. Look at that, I'm over my time. Go ahead and crash me, Chris. Chris is sleeping. There he is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It matters.
You guys, was this a hard decision?
It was actually.
Yeah.
Kind of was.
We started to fight.
Yeah.
Felicia got, frankly, a little racist.
I'm sure. Blaine, you feeling good about the 2 people coming up?
I am feeling pretty good about
All
the 2
right, you
people coming up.
guys.
Oh, and by the way,
Yeah.
speaking of coming up after Story Smash here tonight, So You Think You Can Dance, followed immediately by So You Thought You Could Dance. Here at the Improv Lab. Live, stick around. They'll tell you to leave. Don't leave. They'll tell you to leave. Don't leave.
That's right.
Oh, and by the way, it's Keep Your Chair Night here at the Improv. If you're sitting in a chair, keep it. Keep your chair night.
Lucky chair.
And Tuesdays, Keep Your Glass Night. Any glass comes to your table. Take
All
it
right,
home.
you guys. Coming up right now for a true 3-minute story is Shay Freeman. Shay Freeman! Come on up, brother. All right, you guys, let's tell Shay what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Look at that spin.
It's good spin.
Spin brought to you by the Hitachi Husband Pegger. Peg your husband the Hitachi way. Only from the mind of Hitachi.
Oh, audience. Well, this is very exciting for the 3-minute story.
It's like a hat on a hat.
What do you guys want to hear over here? What kind of story?
First time you got laid.
First time you got laid.
I wanna
Anybody?
hear that.
Hospitals. Over here? First job. Puberty. Anything else? Last time you got laid. That's very
I want to
funny.
hear first time.
Yeah, you do?
I got fucked by some parking prices this afternoon at the Grove. Let me tell you what. I'm kidding. I did schedule some marital sex next week.
Oh, good. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's coming between Tuesday between 10 and 5.
Sweet.
All right, so we're going with virginity.
I think, I want to hear that.
We're going with virginity. All right, you guys. A lot of applause for this guy. It's not easy. A lot of applause.
not.
Shay Freeman, whenever you're
Okay.
ready, brother.
Yeah. So first and foremost, I just want to say shout out to the Make-A-Wish Foundation for their generous donation. It was a special time in my life. No, actually, no, we didn't pay her. She was in high school, but I was also in high school too, so it's okay. I lost my virginity to my first girlfriend in high school. She was my first kiss. It was really sweet. It was romantic. It was right before Christmas, and we had just got done like decorating this little Christmas tree that I used to put up in my room with like all these like baby pictures, like my baby pictures and stuff. And she saw that and was like, I want to fuck this guy. Like I'm just singing Christmas carols and doing my thing. It was in the backseat of my mom's car. I drove. I was supposed to take her home, but I didn't. I stopped somewhere and we were listening to Christmas carols the whole night. Delilah. You guys familiar with Delilah? Yeah. Yeah, she played a part in this. And Silent Night was playing. Everything was like really like, I didn't know I was going to be doing it. She just kind of like, forced me to do it. I know it sounds bad, but like I wasn't trying to do it. But it was fun. One of the funny things about it was, so I didn't finish because she had this like sidekick, the old sidekick phones. I don't know if you guys remember. On the sides, it would light up. And hers would light up red and blue, and it was a police siren whenever her mom would call. So I hit the back of my head on like the roof. I had like a mild concussion. I hit it like really hard. And I dropped her off, took her home. We finished a couple nights later when her parents left. But it was the girl. It was the first girl I've ever had sex with, right? And I noticed one day that like I had like a bump like underneath, my pelvic area, and I freaked out, right? So I went to the doctor, and I really wanted to get a herpes test, but I also didn't want to tell my mom that I had, like, why I was getting a herpes test. And the doctor was like, you can't get a herpes test unless you have sex. And my mom was like, my son doesn't have sex. And I was like, and the doctor was like, do you want her to be in here for this? And I was like, not really. And she gave me this look, just like walked out, and was like, I will see you at home later. So a couple weeks go by. We're in the kitchen. We're waiting, just hanging out. It's me, my mom, my brother, my stepdad, my grandmother, and my girlfriend at the time. And we get a message over the phone that says, hi, this is so-and-so from Bayside Medical, and we got your herpes test results back, and they came back negative. So that was the moment my entire family found out that I lost my virginity, and my girlfriend was like, you thought I gave you herpes? I didn't know how to answer that, but yeah, that's my first time, yeah.
Wow. Great story, Shay Freeman. Perfect 3 minutes. Perfect 3 minutes. Danny Zucker.
I mean, that story and everything. I mean, it had Christmas and herpes. What a story. I mean, when I lost my virginity. And I'm glad you played such a long song when you could play, for like, the Delilah's a long song.
I had a lot of stamina.
I couldn't even get through, this is a joke, warning, this is a joke for anybody over 50. I couldn't get through Her Majesty by the Beatles.
23 seconds, that's what I play in my head when I wash my hands.
There you go. But I was and I'm like on top, and I noticed like, oh my God, her boobs are bleeding, but it wasn't that. I was having a nosebleed. I had a nosebleed the first time I had lost my virginity. She didn't bleed, and I did. So that was it brought back a lot of great memories. You're a great storyteller, Shay.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Yeah, great storyteller. Give him a hand. Blink a patch.
I've gotten a nosebleed from motorboating a few people myself in my day. Let's take a look at that clip. Having some booth issues this show. That was a great story. I think it had even more than what he was talking about.
It did.
It had the Make-A-Wish joke off the top was great. Only if you had a take a penny, leave a penny joke you could put in there, it would be a lot of dashes. That would have been a triple word score. I'll put that in my fan fiction later. You said you finished a few days later. How did you stay hard for 2 days, ladies and gentlemen? I know a couple people thought of that joke. Okay, I see some nods. People thought of that joke. That's good. But hey, at least you didn't have herpes in front of your family.
Yeah. Sure. That is great.
And thank God for the small miracles.
Yeah.
When I lost my virginity, I also didn't realize it was about to start happening. And the music that was playing was the album Script for a Jester's Tear by Marillion.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad prog band. And the whole time it was inadvertent, and the whole time I was thinking to myself, should I get up and change the music? Put on something cool. And I was like, maybe I should just keep losing my virginity. Anyway, hey, thanks for taking me back to that.
All right. Felicia Michaels.
Great job,
Felicia.
I thought that was a perfect story. It had like a great beginning, great middle, great end, and it reminded me because of my youngest son who lost his virginity during the pandemic.
Oh wow!
And I know, you guys, and when you're a mom, I'm surprised your mom wasn't all up in your business, because when you're a mom, you're kind of like the house bitch, right? And I was all up in my son's business, like, you guys being safe, and then he was like, yeah, Mom, she uses an IED.
Wrong vowel.
And then I go, no, I think you mean IUD, right? And he goes, you don't fucking know everything. I know. And I was like, well, I know her parents really don't want you to get her pregnant. But anyway, but that story really resonated with me, and I thought it was a perfect story.
Thank you guys.
All
so
right,
much.
Shay Freeman, let him hear it. Hey, Felicia, let me ask you, Felicia, did he tell you? Did your son just tell you?
My sons tell me everything, and they need to fucking stop. That's all I'm saying. I don't need to hear that shit.
All right, you guys, the final contestant coming up right now for our true 3-minute story is Bradley. Bradley, our audience member. What? This is bananas. Our audience member is coming up to tell a true 3-minute story. Holy cow, you guys. All right, let's tell Bradley what to do.
Spin that wheel.
Good luck, Chuck.
It's been brought to you by Baked Potato, when you really shouldn't have gotten that rice peel off, now that you think about it.
Holly Weird.
What does that mean?
Whatever you want it to, friend.
Just involving Hollywood?
Danny, tell him.
Just what's a crazy Hollywood story you have? You were a kid actor. Come on. You got to have something, right?
I signed an NDA. I'm not allowed to tell those.
Oh, well, I want to hear.
Tell us about the NDA.
How many Emmys have you won?
I've lost 3, actually.
Oh, wow. Interessante.
Hey, let's hear about the Emmys you lost.
Family.
Holly Weird. There's got to be an Emmy story, yeah? Audition story?
Good audition story. Okay. Yeah, so I had a big audition. I got this script. I read through it. Supposedly, I was told it was a really big film. It was supposed to do really well. It had like Ben Affleck was a producer on it. Casey Affleck was already in it. I read the script. It was terrible. But then again, I was on Disney Channel, so I clearly really don't know good scripts. But so I'd been going over this audition. I had it in the morning, and I was living at school at the time. I went to USC, and so I was in my 1-bedroom apartment there. And I'm going over my script. And I needed to go to sleep. And this is unfortunately a true story, but I feel like to win this thing, I got to tell it. I needed to go to sleep. And sometimes every guy in this room can admit to this. If you really need to fall asleep sometimes, masturbating can help you fall asleep.
I've heard that.
So I'm living at school. And I was like, you know what? Let's give it a go. In my bed, watching, my favorite Disney porn. And as I'm going at it, I just hear like on my front door. And I live in a college apartment, so this was super jarring. But at the same time, I'm naked, handful of lotion, fully erect. And so I'm like, what do I do? Sprint to the door. This guy's just pounding. It sounded like the police were at my door. I look through the peephole, and it's this guy screaming at me. He's like, open the fucking door, you bitch. Like, clean up your fucking stuff. Still standing there naked, like, not sure what to do, totally alone. I call my mom, and I'm like, somebody's trying to break into my apartment. I hope I can call you after this. Like, I don't know what's going to... It was like one of those last, 9/11 texts. And I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. So... the guy starts screaming at me more. He's kicking down my door. Like, the hinge is quite literally moving off of the door. And I'm still naked. Run into my room, call the security, tell him to come up. They start fixing it. Turns out the guy was drunk, whatever, tried to break in. I couldn't fall asleep, so I, wedged my couch in front of the door. Went back to, doing what I was doing. Go to sleep, have this audition. Felt like I bombed it, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? That thing sucked. I had a terrible night's sleep. This was like the worst night of my life. That movie's going to do absolutely nothing. I was supposed to play opposite Casey Affleck in this little movie called Manchester by the Sea. And the kid ended up winning an Oscar. I stayed up late masturbating and having my apartment broken into.
Wow. Great story. Exactly. It was 3 minutes exactly. Great job, Bradley. Danny.
I mean, I love a story where the punchline is you're the poor man's Timothy Chalamet. I mean, that's like, what a... No, that's a great story, man. I mean, what can I say? It's like, this is going to be a hard decision. That was like all the way. That was good. You worked in master. By the way, when I start jerking off, I always use the phrase, let's give this a go.
I like to get myself into
No,
it.
It's you got to psych it up. It's
Come on, baby.
Wow. Two nurses servicing a burn victim. Let's give this a go.
I just watched Manchester by the Sea now.
That was upbeat. That was really upbeat. Well done, Bradley.
And Bradley said he didn't have a story. What was that?
Every fucking time he's like, oh, fucking stupid. And then
I don't know, but so anyway.
Felicia Michaels.
Wow, I didn't know that when men masturbate that they're completely naked.
Oh, yeah.
We're not.
Yeah, because he said he was completely naked.
Well, I don't wear a suit to masturbate.
No, but I thought you would have like underwear at your knees or like I didn't know.
I lived alone. What was I supposed to do?
Keep your shirt on, dude.
Oh, I didn't need to see that. Anyway,
I don't like to see myself in the mirror.
Felicia, the whole time she was over here shaking her head like boys are boys are boys.
Let me just say, after my kids turn 13, I don't touch anything I can't describe on the wall. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't figure out what it is, I don't fucking touch it. Anyway, so I really love that story. I'm embarrassed to tell you that, but I love that story, and I was so surprised by the ending. Great story, and I'm sorry that you weren't up for the job and got the job. Sorry about that.
All right, Blaine Capatch.
After your audition, they said, hey, thanks for coming in. It was nice to meet you, and you have such smooth, soft hands. Can't believe how soft and smooth your hands are. Thanks for coming in. We'll call you. No, good to see you, too. But what was the duck like? You said you met the Afflecks. That would be fantastic.
Man.
Drop the mic.
I'm sorry, I glitched. Did I do the hand is so smooth joke?
Yeah.
Sorry, I glitched. That was
you nailed
good.
it, man.
That was really good. Again, it's a good that we picked him instead of any of you people.
Bradley, let him hear it, Bradley. All right, man, great job. Wow, that was awesome. I was really impressed. Well.
I'm amazed that he could get the couch in front of the door with a hard on.
I'm amazed he could get a hard on.
Well. Here we are at the end.
I'll tell you what's a hard on. I was trying to put it together one of those IKEA couches. I'll tie it all together. Get your blidge on.
Well. Here we are at the end of another Story Smash. You guys have 1 minute to make the decision who's going to win all the cookies tonight. And I wanted to remind you guys that, look at this. I can't do this clock. I wanted to remind you guys that come on back here next month, March 26th. We'll be here at 7:30 once again. And again, this show is going to be up on the Storyworthy Podcast. Head on over to storyworthypodcast.com and you can hear this show again. Would you like to hear it again? I would. Of course you do. Follow Story Smash and the show will be waiting for you whenever you wake up. Yay! And one more thing. What was the other thing? What? Oh, they're ready. Well, I know, but there was one more thing. It was important. God damn it. All right, anyway.
Should I mention our sponsors?
I want to hear that in 1 second. But one more round of applause for all the contestants tonight. Really, Nick Vatterott, for God's sakes.
Holy shit, what a night.
Jennifer Gable was fantastic. Shay Freeman, Bradley, the kid over here, amazing. Chris in the back. We got Jenny at the bar, Lindsay in the front, Jim Coughlin right here. Danny Zucker was here. Felicia Michaels, Blaine Capatch. Blaine is en fuego, and I don't know what's going on with the clock. Oh, we're going to put the clock down for now. All right, you guys. Was this a hard decision, Danny?
This was fucking hard as shit. This was if ever we could have a tie, this was the night.
Yeah, interesting.
But I know you're strict about that, so we can.
I'm very strict. Felicia, how do you feel?
I mean, they were such both good stories, and they kind of, they were just really great. It's so hard, but then, it's just hard.
Yeah.
You know.
Was Blaine a jackass or?
Blaine's never a jackass.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure because sometimes he bullies people into scoring.
No, he never bullies.
Oh, good.
Blaine never bullies.
Blaine, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good about the show tonight, you guys, and I think it's because of this crowd.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a better audience in the Improv Lab.
Yeah.
Since this current lockdown has been lifted.
That's right. Those are big
Holy
words.
shit, I agree.
By the way,
I think you are. I think it was a good night to come out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about what's going to happen to your cars while you're here. But I hope you had a good time despite what happens to your cars.
That's right. Danny, did you have something else to say?
I did not.
I wanted to say that I know everybody's concerned about Russia, of course, what's going on in the Ukraine. But never fear, Sean Penn is there. Have you heard that? Sean Penn is there, and his wife cannot be with him because she's studying for midterms. Thank you very much.
Quick Sean Penn story before
Please,
the air
I would
reveal?
like a story, yes.
This was a classic. I was at an award show. I won, don't worry. But Sean Penn was, the Producers Guild Awards, Sean Penn was given, Humanitarian of the Year award. It was an amazing, they talked about all the stuff he was doing in Haiti. Feted, amazing, great. And it was he's just like a saint and all this. It's over. He gets the award. A half hour later, I go out to the patio. I'm having a cigarette. It's at the Beverly Hilton. It's second floor. He's smoking off the side, dumps his ash. There's people eating downstairs. They go, "Hey, excuse me, your ash went on the table." Humanitarian of the Year goes, "I'll come down there and fucking kill you."
Sean
No,
Penn.
we're just saying you have our ash. I'll fucking kill you. And I just laughed my ass off.
That's funny as hell, man. That is funny. All right, Felicia Michaels, who is the winner of Story Smash February 2022?
The winner is Bradley.
Oh my God! Wow! This is unbelievable. An audience member has swept Story Smash. Come on up, Bradley. Please have some cookies. Amazing night, you guys. Thank you again so much for coming out. One more round of applause for Danny Zucker, Felicia Michaels, Blanca Patch, and my name is Christine Blackburn. You guys, thanks so much for coming out. Good night.
Thank you.
See you in the bar. Come here.
Story Smash brought to you by Aquafresh Toothpaste, Full Blown Rolaids, Dryer's Idea, Antiperspirant Ice Cream, Get Dry, the Velvet Underground, Necco Wafers, Derringer Condoms for the Small Gentleman, Kirsty Turlington Coat Factory, Large Atlantic SoundCloud, Penis Pan, Penis Butter, Impossible Doritos, they taste almost like real meat, Rizla, Self-Driving Cars, Phillips Oat Milk of Magnesia, Garlic Santka, Pepperidge Farms, Alyssa Milano's, they remember, F-Tips, and Oops, all crab cakes.
Looking for a way to make online learning a better option for your family? When it comes to virtual learning, experience matters. Tuition-free K-12 powered schools are ready to put over 20 years of experience to work for you, giving your child the personalized learning they deserve without disruptions. With a K-12 powered school, students gain the skills they need to be prepared for their next steps in life, building a better future for each one of us. K-12, education for anyone. Learn more at k12.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $700 on average, and those savings add up. Imagine what you could buy in the future.
Remember how 15 years ago I switched to Progressive? Well, I used all those savings to buy that golf club that swings for you. But now everyone who plays golf is really good because, the club swings for you. In the future, which is now.
So switch to Progressive and save big because those savings can add up in the future. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National annual average insurance savings by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive in 2020. Potential savings will vary.